so one of the questions I always get asked is, why Norwex? Why would I buy your microfiber cloth when I can go to the dollar store or Walmart and buy my own microfiber? And so I'm going to explain very quickly what sets our microfiber cloths apart from those cloths that you can go to the store and buy. And there are three things, okay? I actually have an Enviro cloth right here, so I can kind of show you kind of how tightly woven it is, and the things that it does. So the three things that set our microfiber cloths apart are, number one, the size of the fibers in our cloth. To be considered a microfiber cloth, the size of the fibers are have to be 1/6 the size of a human hair. Our fibers in our cloth are 1/200th the size of a human hair. So that is teeny tiny, microscopic. So what does that mean? When you wet this cloth and you are wiping the surfaces of your home, those fibers act as a vacuum and they like suction up everything that you're wiping. They don't push things around on the surface, kind of like a cleaner and just a regular rag would do. They actually mechanically remove what's on the surface and hold the bacteria and the gunky stuff inside the cloth. So you're not pushing around and covering up things on your surfaces, your counters and such with cleaners. You are actually removing them from your countertop. So things are removed and not pushed around by those teeny tiny fibers, okay? The second thing is the density of the cloth. If you were to unravel this one cloth, and it's not too super huge, it would stretch from the Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. So there's over 1,700 miles of thread woven into our cloth. So what does that mean? When you're cleaning with this cloth, a little bit goes a long way. This whole cloth will clean your whole entire house. That's why I said, I say that when I first used this cloth, I literally cleaned my whole house, my kitchen, my windows, my mirrors, my bathrooms, dusted furniture. I mean, and it just kept like it was working exactly the way it was working when I first started. So it really does hold a lot and remove a lot before you have to go and rinse it, which I'll explain in just a minute. And then the third and final thing that sets our cloth apart is inside those teeny tiny fibers I was telling you about, there is silver embedded, micro silver. So if you know anything about silver, then you know that it's an antibacterial agent. So what does that mean? When you remove those, the bacteria and all the nasty from your surfaces of your home, and it's stored inside the fibers of your cloth, silver goes to work inhibiting the growth of anything that your cloth has picked up. So if bacteria can't grow and it can't reproduce, then it dies off. And so you use this cloth all around your home. If you notice that it's not picking up the way it was when you first started, it might mean that your cloth is just full and you need to go rinse it. So you take it to the sink, you run really hot water, and you scrub it against itself to rinse it out. And then if you need to clean some more, then you go clean some more. And if not, what has happened is when you ran the hot water, the fibers of the cloth opened up and allowed some of it to come out of the cloth, not all and hardly not any, but some of it will come out of the cloth. What is left inside the fibers of the cloth will be eventually will die off because of the silver. So if you'll hang it by its tag, I just have command hooks underneath my kitchen sink and I hang it, after I use it, I hang it by its tag. When it is allowed to completely dry for 24 hours, then the next day you have a brand new, purified, ready to use cloth again. So you don't have to launder it every time you use it. You can rinse it, hang it up, and I wash mine once a week on Saturdays. So I use it all week long and then wash it one day on Saturday. So that's the awesome thing about our cloths. If you know how you've had those stinky kitchen cloths that are left in the sink and they get moldy and mildew and musty smelling, that will not happen to our cloths as long as you care for them the way that we suggest, which is to rinse them with the hot water and then hang them up to dry. You don't want to leave them scrunched on your cabinet because air will not be allowed to get to all parts of the cloth and it will have a smell. But if you will hang it by its tag, the silver will inhibit the growth of the bacteria that's on the cloth, and then it will be ready to use, brand new, self-purified the next day. So it is truly amazing. It's hard to believe, but I promise it works. And I'm going to show you lots of demos so that you can understand. So I hope that helps understand kind of the science behind it. Thank you.